I went into this film pretty much completely blind. I hope you guys are doing good. Like I said, I looked up movies. I've been kind of slow for films lately. I was looking up movies. I found this one, a couple stills online. So I decided to watch the movie because one of the actors in it, I really wanted to see if he could pull off a lead role. The movie's called Errors of the Human Body, directed by Aaron Sheehan. And the actor that I wanted to see could pull off the lead role is this guy, Michael Eklund. I first took notice of him in the TV show Fringe. He played this like autistic guy that by doing equations or something could tell the future. It was real crazy, but it was a great character. And then I started noticing him in all these different movies. And last year he was in a couple movies I reviewed, The Day and The Divide. And the way this movie ties into that movie, The Divide, is that the director on this one, Aaron Sheehan, also wrote The Divide. So if you didn't like The Divide, you probably won't like this. But what I was expecting basically was more of a genre type film, and what I got was a thriller with really heavy drama. So let's get into what the story's about. It's basically this character that Michael Eklund plays. He's a genetic scientist, research scientist. He winds up going to Germany. That's when the movie starts, to team up with this big company and work in their research facility. And there's some people from his past that work at the company, and then he has kind of this shady past involving his child and some genetic diseases that he's, looking for cures for, basically. And errors of the human body, and this kind of stands for a couple things. Some of them representing genetic errors, and then some of them representing, horrible things you've done in your life, basically. And that's how the movie plays out. I was expecting to kind of tease throughout the movie, maybe perhaps like some sort of Cronenberg-esque ending, or maybe some sort of transformative thing like Splice or something like that, but you really don't get it. There's no payoff at the end, and that was the biggest part of this movie that I didn't like, was that there was no payoff, even though I thought the story was good. The best thing about this movie was Michael Eklund's performance. I never had seen him in a lead role, and he played it off pretty good. He has not the average movie star looks. He looks kind of strange, but definitely kind of reminded me of a young James Woods, and he can carry the movie. He did great in his role. Interesting character. And all the characters are interesting, but the two supporting roles, one is like the villain and one is like a love interest for him. I did not like their characters at all. The one guy has like a completely bald head, and he looked like he has alopecia, which I thought was going to play into the story, but it never did. And then he's just kind of like a bad actor. I know English isn't his first language. Maybe, his delivery of the lines wasn't as good, whatever. I would have preferred them, had him talking with a heavier accent, or even adding subtitles when he talked, or just speaking in German with subtitles, whatever. But his performance I thought was horrible. The girl also too, I didn't like her performance, and those were two of the worst parts. And that's really why I didn't like the movie. I could have stood the drama part. That's fine. It was an interesting story. It's based on medical, like gene therapies and stuff like that, which I really liked, and encoding the genome and all that, which I like. They don't get too much into the science part of it. Like I said, it's mostly drama. There are some thriller elements to it. The ending is kind of cool, but it was like a complete letdown. I was expecting more of like a long build up and then the genre payoff at the end, sort of either where, something transformed, or, this thing was unleashed on the world, something like that. But, it kind of ended with a little putter, and that was the major problem with this film. But the thing I will say is Michael Eklund's performance was pretty good. I think he could be a lead, maybe not in a big Hollywood movie, but like a big genre type film, or like some horror movies or something like that. I think he could definitely carry a lead. But yeah, if you've seen the movie Errors of the Human Body, I know if you watch this channel, probably a lot of you haven't seen it, but if you've seen it, or if you've seen Michael Eklund play kind of the creepy guy in some of his other movies, let me know what you thought below. This movie, I'm only going to give it a 2 out of 5, and, you could say I'm biased because it was drama, blah, blah. I don't mind dramas. I don't mind thrillers. All that's fine. The story was pretty decent, but I thought the payoff was, lackluster, and then the performances from the two supporting actors. Got to go with a 2 out of 5. Trying to get stricter, harder on these gradings, I guess. I don't know. Whatever, guys. Let me know what you thought if you've seen the film down below, and now you can see why I've been wearing a hat the last few videos. All right, guys. See you soon. Bye.